Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. You remember what we did in the previous class? We have discussed state and national level previous year Olympiad questions, right? So even in today's class, we will be continuing that. Now this is the part 2 of starting with the first question for today, that is question number 21. In a movie hall, 363 seats are vacant and 1560 seats are occupied. What is the seating capacity of the hall? Now here what are they saying? 1556 are occupied. That means there are people sitting in it. Now 363 seats are vacant. That means those seats are vacant. There are no people sitting in it. So what should we find out? What is the total seating capacity? Total will be what, children? The seats in which people are sitting and also the seats that are vacant. We need to add these two. Yes, 1560 plus 363. 0 plus 3 3, 6 plus 6 12, 2 here 1 carried, 1 plus 5 6, 6 plus 3 9 and then 1. What is the answer, children? 1923, that is option A. Clear? Coming to question 22. Now this is again a very simple question using multiplication operation. 1 by 7 into 3 by 5. We have done a similar problem in the previous video, right children? How to do? Multiply the numbers on top divided by the product of numbers at the bottom. 1 into 3 3 divided by 7 5s are 35. Yes. Sorry, it was 1 into 1 by 7. Yes, 1 into 3 3 and divided by 7 5s are 35. That is option A, 3 by 35. Coming to question 23. Now again match the following. This is also a similar problem that we have done. First let us write the products. 3 3s are 9, 5 10s are 50, 4 5s are 20, 4 2s are 8. Okay children? Okay. Now if you look at the numbers 1 and 2 here, this is 100 divided by 5 and this is 150 divided by 3. Now if you are feeling that those two are a little bit difficult for you to solve, then leave that. Let us go with 3 directly. 48 divided by 6. What times does 48 come in 6th table? 6 8s are 48. Yes, so 8 becomes our quotient and 72 divided by 8. And what times does 72 come in 8th table, children? 8 9s are 72. So 9 is our answer. Now let us see in list A which option has 8 as the answer. Option D. Yes, so option D is equal to 3 here and 9 which has 9? A. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So we know that A is equal to 4 and C A is equal to 4 and D is equal to 3. Now look at the options here, children, which has the same. Now if you look at option B, A is equal to 3, but here A is equal to 4, so this will be a wrong option. In D, A is equal to 2, again wrong option. In C, A is equal to 1, again wrong option. Only option A has A is equal to 4. So this will be a correct answer. Again if you see for D also, 3 is the answer given here. That is what we have got. Yes. So even without solving these two, we got our answer. In match the following, that is option A. A4, B2, C1 and D3. Clear children? Coming to question 24. Use addition operation. That means we need to add both of these numbers. Yes. 2547 plus 9998. 7 plus 8 is 15. 5 here 1 carried. 1 plus 4 5. 5 plus 9 14. 4 here 1 carried. 1 plus 5 6. 6 plus 9 15. 5 here 1 carried. Now if you look at the options, what did we get here? 5 4 5. So only option A is having 5 4 5. Yes, in the last 3 places. So option A will be our answer. If you want, you can cross check also. 2 plus 1 3. 3 plus 9 12. We got the same answer, right children? 12,545. Option A is the correct answer. Coming to question 25. Joseph has 5,619 oranges. John has 6,567 oranges. If John gives all of his oranges to Joseph, then how many oranges will Joseph have? What are they saying? John will give away all of his oranges to Joseph. Now how many oranges does Joseph has? Joseph already had 5,619. To that he now has 6,677 oranges that were given by John. Yes, now let us add. 9 plus 7, 16. 6 here 1 carried. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 6, 8. 6 plus 5, 11. 1 here 1 carried. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. How many oranges does Joseph has, children? 12,186. That is option D. Moving on to question number 26. The whole number which is a multiple of every number is dash. Now first of all, what are whole numbers, children? Whole numbers are represented by the letter W and start with the number 0. Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. All are the, what do you say? All numbers are called as the whole numbers. Now what is a multiple? When I say 2 ones are 2. Okay. Now 2 becomes the multiple. 2 and 1 become the factors. Yes. 2 is the multiple here. The product of multiplication. Now which whole number is a multiple of every number? That means, see, in each table I should get that number. If you take the number 0 here. Yes, in one table 1 zeros are 0, we'll get it. In 2 table 2 zeros are 0, we'll get it. Even in 3 table we'll get it. In any number we take, yes, it has 0 as its multiple. Now if you look at the number 1 here, 1 ones are 1, yes, but in 2 table we will not get 1. 2 ones are 2 and 2 zeros are 0. Yes, children, we cannot get 1 in the 2 table or in any other table except than the table 1. Okay, so what will be the whole number which is a multiple of every number? Option A, 0. Yes, in every table we can find 0 as our answer. Any number multiplied by 0 gives us 0 only. So 0 is the multiple of every number. Clear, children? Question 27. Solve the following questions using the correct order of operations. Again, this is a similar question that we have done. What is the rule for applying? What is the correct order of operations, children? BODMAS. 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 Now what is this? Brackets of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. What do we have here, children? Multiplication, division and addition. Yes. So in BODMAS we have division comes before multiplication. Division then multiplication. But actually when we have both multiplication and division together, okay, so what should we do is we should start solving from the left to right. How to start solving, children? From left to right. When we have division and multiplication both together, yes, BODMAS, even though we have division before multiplication, we do not always perform division before multiplication. Okay, it says that division and multiplication should be done first and then we need to add or subtract. Okay, so here when we are having both multiplication and division, children, so we'll start solving from the left side. Now first what do we have? 4 2s are 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is how much? 4 2s are 8. When we subtract, remainder is 0. So 2 is our answer. To this 2 we should add 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. That is option A. Clear, children? Here we are having both multiplication and division. So we'll start solving from the left side. 4 2s are 8. Divided by 4 becomes 2. Lastly 2 plus 3 is 5. That is option A. Next question number 28. Again solve the following questions using the correct order of operations. Again, children, we are having addition, multiplication and division. See, now in the BODMAS, division and multiplication come before addition and subtraction. Yes, so first we need to multiply this. First we need to do the division and multiplication. Yes, children. So here again, as I said, start solving from the left side. 9 8s are 72. Yes, 9 8s are 72 divided by 1. What is this? This is equal to 72. Now the division and multiplication part is over. Now we should move on to the addition. Addition, what should we do? We should add 5 to 72. 2 plus 5, 7. 7. What is the answer, children? Option C, 77. Clear? Always we should do multiplication and division first. Only after solving that part, we need to go to the addition part. Okay? So that is why here we are solving this multiplication and division from left to right. 9 8s are 72. Divided by 1 is equal to 72. For this we will add 5. 5 plus 72 is 77. Clear, children? Option C is our correct answer. Next question 29. Simplify 25 into 8358 into 4. Now what is this? 3 numbers are given for which we should find out the product. That means we need to multiply. Okay, children? So for our convenience, what we'll do is we'll take the smaller numbers first. 25 into 4. 4 5s are 20, 0 here, 2 carried, 4 2s are 8, plus 2 becomes 10. What is 25 4s are? 25 4s are 100. See, our question is 25 into, I'll write 4 before, yes, 25 into 4 into 8358. Okay, children? Now what did we get for this? 25 into 4, 100. So instead of this, it will be 100 into 8358. Yes. Now we all know how to multiply a number with 100. It is very easy. Yes. Take the non-zero number here, that is 1 into 8358. What will be the answer? 8358 only. Now after this, there are 2 zeros in 100, so we'll place 2 zeros. Clear, children? How did we do? 1 into 8358 is equal to 8358, and after 1 we are having 2 zeros, so we are placing 2 zeros here. Suppose if this was into 1000, okay, here we are having 3 zeros, so we would have placed 3 zeros after 8358. Clear, children? Now what is our answer? 8,35,800. That is option C here. Next, question number 30. Average age of A, B and C is 10 years. If the average age of A and C is 9 years, then how many years old is B? See, children, what are they saying here? Average age means what? A plus B plus C. There are 3 people here, A, B and C. So adding them and divided by 3 is equal to 10. Average. This is how we take out the average. The total numbers, the sum of it divided by the total numbers. The sum of all divided by the total number of people here. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 people. So we are writing 3 in the denominator here, in divisor, as the divisor. If there were 4 people, say A plus B plus C plus D, then here the divisor would have been 4. Okay, clear? So here A plus B plus C divided by 3 is equal to 10. Okay, now what are they saying? Average age of A plus C is 9 years, A and C. So A plus C divided by 2 people, so divided by 2 is equal to 9. Yes, A plus C divided by 2 is equal to 9, children. Now if you look at this, we want only the value of A plus C. So here it is in division, 2 is in division. When it goes to that side, it becomes multiplication. The opposite of division is what? Multiplication. Okay, A plus C divided by 2 is equal to 9. Now A plus C becomes 9 into 2. 2 goes to the opposite side. Now what is the value of A plus C? A plus C is equal to 9 2s are 18. What did we get? A plus C, children? A plus C is equal to 18. Now in the given question, in the given question, instead of A plus C, what should we write now? 18. 18 plus B is equal to 18 plus B divided by 3 is equal to 10. Clear children, we found out the value of a plus c, and instead of a plus c we wrote 18. 18 plus b divided by 3 is equal to 30. Till now I hope this is clear. Now again, what do we need to find out? We need to find out the age of b. So we want only b. First let us take this to the opposite side, which is in division. The divisor becomes what? The division becomes multiplication. 10 into 3. 10 into 3 divided by 3 becomes multiplied by 3. So 18 plus b is equal to 10 threes are 30. What is it? 18 plus b is equal to 30. 18 plus b is equal to 30. Now here again children, see we are having one addend and the sum. We need to find out the other addend. So what will we do? We will subtract the addend from the sum. 30 minus 18. 30 minus 18. 0 minus 8 is not possible. We will borrow 10 minus 8 2 and 2 minus 1 1. What is the answer? B is equal to 12. The age of B is equal to how much children? The age of B is 12 years old. Okay? Next, moving on to question number 31. Which statement would make this statement true? Which number would make this statement true? What are we having? 674. Now again, what is this symbol children? It looks like L. So this is less than. 674 is less than, dash is less than 764. Now we need to fit one number here. Which number? Number from these given options that would make this statement true. If you take the first number, okay, 785. Now is 674 less than 785? Yes. Now is 785 less than 764? No. Yes children, it is not correct. See, the first digits are same, so we'll go to the next digit. 8 and 6. 8 is greater than 6, so 785 becomes greater than 764. So option A is not our correct answer. Moving to option B, 693. Now comparing 674 and 693. First digits are same, so going for the next digits, 7 and 9. 7 is less than 9. So 674 is less than 693. This is correct. Now coming to the next numbers. Wait a second children. Yes. Now 693 and 764. Now comparing the first number 6 and 7. 6 is less than 7. So again this is true. What is this? Option B is our correct answer children. Now this number is making the statement true. 674 is less than 693, which is again less than 764. Clear how to solve this? Next, question number 32. 92 people ride the train to work each day. After the train stops at the train stations, only 36 people are still on the train. How would you justify the number of students who were dropped off at the train station? Okay. Now what are they saying here children? There were 92 people in the train. How many? Total 92 people ride the train to work each day. Now after the train stops at the train station, only 36 are there. Now how many are there in the train? Only 36. Now how would you justify the number of students who were dropped off at the station? See, total there were 92, but when the train arrived at the station, there were only 36. So what does that mean? Few students were dropped off. That means they dropped off at other train stations. Now how can you justify that? First let us find out the number of people who dropped off. Total 92, remaining is 36. Am I correct? Oh yes. Total 92, remaining is 36. Now how many people dropped off at other stations? How to find out? We need to find out the difference. Yes, 92 minus 36. 2 minus 6 is not possible. We'll borrow 12 minus 6, 6. 8 minus 3, 5. What is the remaining? These are the students who were dropped off at other stations. 56 students. How many? 56. If we look at the options, option A says 65 people were dropped. No, that is wrong. Option B says 56 people were dropped. Yes, that is correct. But if you further read the option, it is saying that because 92 plus 36 is equal to 56. Is this correct, children? Is that how we got this 56? No, we got it by subtracting. So again option B is wrong. Coming to option C. Again 56 people. Yes, there were 56 people dropped off at the train station because 92 minus 36 is equal to 56. This is what we did here, right? 92 minus 36 and we got 56. So option C will be our correct answer. Next question 33. Paco's store has 45 boxes of plums. In each box there are 345 plums. How many plums does Paco's store have in all? Now what I suggest is, children, whenever you are having such, you see, big numbers, okay, in order to understand the question easily, you can assume it as this. Paco's store has 4 boxes of plums and in each box there are 3 plums. Okay, there are 4 boxes and in each box there are 3 plums. Now how many plums does Paco's store have in all? How to find this out? We need to multiply. Yes, see, if you take smaller numbers it will be easier for you to understand the question. Now we have understood that we need to multiply the number of boxes with the number of plums in each box. So let us start multiplying. 45 into 345. Start multiplying. 5 5s are 25. 5 here 2 carried. 5 4s are 20 plus 2 becomes 22. 5 3s are 15 plus 2 17. Okay, children, first we took the digit in ones place and multiplied. Now next come the digit in tens place, which is 4. A new digit, a new line. After 4 we are having one digit, so placing 1 0. 4 5s are 20. 0 here 2 carried. 4 4s are 16. 16 plus 2 becomes 18. Yes, children, 8 will be written here, 1 will be carried. 4 3s are 12 plus 1 becomes 13. Now 13 is written as it is. Yes, what should we do? These are our partial. What are these, children? These are our partial products. We need to add 5 plus 0 5, 2 plus 0 2, 7 plus 8. How do you add it, children? Keep 7 in mind and after 7 start counting. Start 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. These are our 8 fingers, right? Yes. So keep 7 in mind and after 7 start counting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What is the total? 15. 5 here, 1 carried. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 3, 5. And then 1. What is the final answer? 15,525. If you look at the options, it is option B. There are 15,525 plums in Paco's store. Clear, children? Next question 34. Sorry. Now which has the greatest product? We should find out what? We should find out that which of these numbers has the greatest product. Okay. So how to find this out? We need to start multiplying each of the numbers. Now 132 into 20. 132 into 20. See? Just how do we multiply it with 10 children? What do we do? We'll multiply 1 with the number. Yes, in the same way we'll multiply the number with 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2. Okay? Okay. After that, as after 2 we are having 1 0, we'll place 1 0 at the end of the number. Clear? 2 into 132 and after 2 we are having 1 0. So we have placed 1 0 in the product at the end. 2640 is our answer. Now coming to the next one, 100 into 40. Now there is no need of even actually multiplying it. We can do mental multiplication here. Yes, 1 4s are 4, and here we are having 2 zeros and another 0, 3 zeros, so we are placing 3 zeros. Yes, 1 4s are 4 and then 3 zeros, it becomes 4000. Clear, children? Now again here 142 into 30. We can multiply this also here only. 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12, 2 here, 1 carried, 3 1s are 3 plus 1 4, and lastly 1 0, 4260. Clear, children? Now the last question, 123 into 50. 5 3s are 15, 5 1 carried, 5 2s are 10 plus 1 11, 1 here 1 carried, 5 1s are 5 plus 1 becomes 6. And lastly what do we have here? We are having 0. So 0 is written. What is the answer? 6150. Now tell me, children, which is the greatest product here? See, look at all the digits in the first place, 2, 4 and 6. Which is the greater number? 6. So option D, 123 into 50 is having the greatest product. Clear? Question 35. Which operation would be used to solve the problem? There are 20 students in Mr. Adams' class. Each student has $5. How much money is there in all? See, children, what are they saying? There are 20 students in the class and each student has $5. Yes, what are these dollars? Just like we have rupees in India, in America they call them as, their money is measured in dollars. Okay, just understand that this is similar to 5 rupees. Now each child has 5 rupees. Now how much money is there in all? How will you find out? Which operation will you use? Multiplication. Yes, option C, multiplication. We'll do 20 into 5 to find out the total money. Next question, number 36. In a small town, age of 25,468 people are below 20. Age of 45,986 people are below 20 and 30. And age of remaining people is above 30. If the total population of the village is how much? 1 lakh. Then find the number of people who are above 30. Yes, children, what should we do here? We should first add the remaining population and subtract it from the total population. Yes. So first let us add 25,468 plus 45,968. 8 plus 6, 14. 4 here, 1 carried. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 8, 15. Now this becomes 14. This becomes 11 and this becomes 7. What is the total? 71,454. What is this? This is the age, number of people whose age is below 30. Yes, that is 20, below 20 and 30. So that is the age of people, number of people whose age is below 30. Now if we subtract this from the total population, we'll get the population whose age is above 30. 1 lakh minus 71,454. Now how to subtract, children? First 0 becomes 10, all the other zeros become 9 and the last number becomes minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now 10 minus 4, 6, 9 minus 5, 4, 9 minus 4, 5, 9 minus 1, 8 and 9 minus 7, 2. What is the answer, children? 28,456. That is our option A. These are the number of people who are above 30 in this small town. Clear, children? Moving on to next question and the last question for today. Question number 37. A car goes... these are two different words. A car goes 256 kilometers in 1 hour, whereas a bike goes 274 kilometers in 1 hour. Both start running simultaneously on the same path and in the same direction. After 5 hours, what will be the distance between the car and the bike? What are they saying? This is the speed of car and this is the speed of bike. We should find out the difference between the distance travelled after 5 hours. Now there are two ways of doing this, children. First is, now what is the difference here? In the normal speed, 274 minus 256. 4 minus 6 is not possible, borrowing. 14 minus 6, 8. 6 minus 5, 1. 2 minus 2, 0. Now 18 kilometers in 1 hour. In 1 hour, the difference in their distance is 18 kilometers. Then in 5 hours, it will be how much? 18 into 5, yes or no? Now 8 5s are 40, 0 here, 4 carried, 5 1s are 5, plus 4 becomes 9. So in 5 hours, the difference between the distance travelled is how much? 90 kilometers. That is option D. Okay, this is one way. Now what is the other way? Now this is the distance travelled in 1 hour. Now what will be the distance travelled in 5 hours, children? 256 into 5. 6 5s are 30. 3 carried, 5 5s are 25 plus 3 28, 5 2s are 10 plus 2 12. What is the distance travelled by car? 1280 kilometers. Now how much did bike travel in 5 hours? 274 into 5. 5 4s are 20, 0 here 2 carried, 5 7s are 35 plus 2 37, 5 2s are 10 plus 3 13. Yes, 1370. Now we will find the difference. 1370 minus 1280. Now this is the distance travelled by bike in 5 hours and this is the distance travelled by car in 5 hours. If you find out the difference, 0, 7 minus 8 is not possible, borrowing. 17 minus 8, 9, 2 minus 2, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. What is the answer, children? 90 kilometers. Again the same option D, 90 kilometers. Clear? These are the two ways of solving the problem. First, you can find out the difference in 1 hour and then multiply it with 5 hours. Or you can find out the distance travelled in 5 hours and then find out their difference. Yes, children, this is all for today. Hope today's class was